Yeah, well, here we are, guys. Here's the 2013 DR650 Suzuki, the famous off-road icon. And as you might have picked up from the video, I took the long trip to Adelaide to pick this up because I thought that it had all the specs and everything that was very desirable. It came up at the right price, obviously, so that made it possible to go up there and have a look at it. I rang the owner and he seemed the genuine article, and it turns out when I get there it actually was the bike I was looking for. So if you're ever wanting to set one of these up, I can give you an idea of what this one's got on it. This one would be well equipped to do a really big long run, even a desert run or anything like that. It started off with upgraded suspension. This was done in South Australia by a person by the name of Hoey. It's called Hoey suspension. So the front suspension and the rear suspension has been done, and it's been set up, and it's fully adjustable, obviously, the rear one. It's been set up for 100 kilos. So the rider and everything on it, 100 kilos, it's at its optimum performance. So it's a beauty, it's well set up. As you know, the DRs do have a little bit of a mushy suspension, very light, you know, and it sags quite quickly. Not so this one. This one's a much stiffer suspension, and it'll cope with the weight. Yeah, so also what we've got under there is a Mikuni, and it's a Mikuni TM40 pumper. So that's a fair upgrade on the original one. These are a fairly sluggish sort of engine with the stock carbies. Yeah, you twist this one and the power comes on straight away. The airbox has been opened up, and it's got an aftermarket air filter on it, which is a really good air filter. There's also been some foam packing in there to catch any dust coming in from under the seat or anywhere like that. When I had a look under there, it was very clean, so there's not much dust or anything getting in there. So it's also matched to a Pro Cycle stainless exhaust pipe, which goes right into a GSX-R Suzuki muffler. So that's off a 750. So it gives it a nice tone, and performance is chalk and cheese. Yeah, right, so pretty hard to miss this one. That's a big banger. It's a 30-litre tank. Incredible mileage on that. I'd hate to think what, probably well over 600. Coupled up to the two taps. There's one tap each side, and it's linked on a T round to the other side, so you get every drop out of it. And the money's been spent on a nice Pingle filter, which is washable, and so that's all good for your fuel. Okay, so on the tank we've got a Wolfman tank bag, and also from Wolfman we've got the Expedition panniers. These are great panniers, they really are. They have two little plastic plates inside that actually hold the bags open, and they are waterproof. They're actually nearly airproof. When you screw those down, you can trap the air inside. They're that good. Wolfman, beautiful. Okay, so they're mounted on Barrett pannier rails and Krieger plates. These plastic plates are from Krieger. Great setup. I'm really wrapped in these bags, and the pannier set up on this bike. I was pretty much an Andy Straps man that I had on my V-Strom. I always swear by them. They're really good products. But these are on another level. Yeah, right, what else have we got? So what we've got is a Pro Cycle Saddleman seat. Now this is made by Saddleman, and it's just got the Pro Cycle tag on it. They are the distributors. Pro Cycle do a lot of DR650 stuff, lots and lots of stuff. The list is endless for these bikes from Pro Cycle. Anyway, it's got the Pro Cycle seat. As most of you know, the stock Suzuki seat's just like an ironing board. Very uncomfortable on a long run. this is pretty good. It's nice and flat. It does spread your legs a bit, but it's a nice, comfortable pad, so you get a bit of a better ride, obviously. So that's a good thing. What else have we got? There's that much on this bike that I've had to list it down. So yeah, so what we've got there is a Trail Tech Vapor, and that's your speedo and everything, and it's a combined thing. It's got everything on it: time, RPM, speedo, odometer, trip meters. You can set it for everything you like, blah blah blah. And this thing will work off your battery, off the bike, or it'll work off its own steam. So what it's got is it's got a little C32 battery inside there. So even if you're not running the bike, you can just hit it up and it'll come up. It's a pretty good thing. The odometer, once you've set it, it's not resettable, so you can't you know, you can't trick anybody with Ks if you're going to sell the bike. It's got to be installed by a licensed installer, and they'll take your old speedo off and they'll bang, you know, the correct kilometres in there and sign off on it. So that's a really great item. It lights up really well at night and you can see what's going on. It's 100 times more accurate than, you know, the old cable drive speedos. Yeah, so what else have we got? We got pivot pegs. Now these are really good. They sort of pivot so that you get a bit of movement. You're not sort of stuck with the one sort of thing. Don't know about that. Haven't had much experience on them, so I can't tell you how good or how bad they are. It's got a JNS LED headlight, as most as you know, in behind that screen. Obviously, that's a good little stone screen. I don't know if it's legal or not. We'll soon find out. But yeah, you know, just the normal headlight on these DRs are just bloody hopeless. So that LED makes a lot of difference. It's got the B&B bash plate, which I've got off at the moment. It's got a bit of a split in it, so my next door neighbour does a bit of aluminium welding, and so I'm going to get him to just weld up a little split for me and put it back on. I did have a set of Stegs pegs on it, but I took them off because I don't have the high boots. They're going to go up for sale. B&B case savers. Well, yeah, they're all over the bike. That's what B&B case savers are. They just stick over your normal cases, and they stop, you know, any damage from dropping the bike or whatever. So there's a lot of B&B stuff on it. There's the case savers, the frame savers. We've got a B&B chain guard. We've got a B&B front sprocket guard. What else have we got? A B&B rear rack plate, which is fantastic. Have a look at that. That's a quality item. And you've also got the rack underneath, which hangs your panniers off and everything else like that. There's also a B&B tail tidy under here, which houses your number plate with an LED light. I think that's pretty much with the B&B stuff. Yeah, obviously there's yeah, the bash plate here and one there. I'm not sure whether that's a B&B, but that is a one thick sucker. That is about that thick. I'd say that'd be 10 mil nearly, and that saves your oil filter cover. Yeah, pretty good stuff. So she's ready if she falls over. She's ready to go.